Hello and welcome. Let us discuss this question that came in the year 2018 and is related to the topic agriculture. Question is, with reference to agricultural soils, consider the following statements. Number 1, high content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. Number 2, soil does not play any role in the sulfur cycle. And number 3, irrigation over a period of time can contribute to the salinization of some agricultural lands. Now, if we see water holding capacity of soil, it depends on two factors. First is soil texture and another is organic matter. Soil texture determines soil erosion or water holding capacity on the basis of its porosity. Clayey soil like black soil will hold more water as compared to sandy soil. So water holding capacity in the clayey soil will be more as compared to loamy soil and then as compared to sandy soil. As far as organic matter is concerned, then the more organic matter in the soil will be there, the more water holding will be there as compared to barren land. So more organic matter helps in water holding capacity. So first statement is incorrect. Second statement, as far as sulfur cycle is concerned, if we see the sulfur cycle, sulfur is basically formed from weathering of sedimentary rocks or minerals, sedimentary rocks or minerals. Sulfur is one of the three nutrients after nitrogen and carbon, which is formed in these three spheres, that is atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. If we see this sedimentary rock, then as far as weathering is concerned, because of mechanical action or chemical action, this weathering can be done, which helps sulfur to get into the top layer of the soil. Because of weathering, top layer of the soil can be formed. Also, the decomposition of waste products as well as actions of bacteria as well as plant residues helps in sulfur formation in the soil. This sulfur is then taken up by plant, which then goes back into the atmosphere in the form of sulfur dioxide and then comes back into the hydrosphere in the form with the help of precipitation in the form of sulfate in water. This gets deposited and then sedimentation occurs, further formation of sedimentary rocks, then weathering of sedimentary rocks, and the cycle continues. So soil plays important role as far as weathering of sulfur cycle is concerned. So first statement is incorrect, second statement also incorrect as it plays important role. As far as irrigation is concerned, some agricultural lands like semi-arid region, in semi-arid region and arid region, in these types of climate, water is less. So we require additional water for agricultural crops, and hence we provide irrigation. When we do irrigation in these types of climate, then because of capillary action of the water, the groundwater comes into the surface and along with it they bring minerals which then gets deposited in the top layer of the soil. So the minerals from the bottom layer of the soil, they comes in the top layer of the soil through capillary action of water because of excessive irrigation. Now, as they get into the top layer of the soil, in these region, evaporation rate is very high. So, as evaporation increases, the salinity in these areas increases. So, the more irrigation, there will be more capillary action, hence more salinity because of excessive evaporation rate. So, this statement is correct. So, our answer will be 3 only, B. Now, similar nature question related to irrigation came in the year 2016. Which of the following are the advantages of practicing drip irrigation? Number 1, reduction in weed. Number 2, reduction in soil salinity. And number 3, reduction in soil erosion. If we see the advantages and disadvantages of drip irrigation is basically precision irrigation. That is, instead of flooding the field, we are directly applying water into the roots of the plant. Water in the roots of the plant. So, automatically, because of this process, water efficiency is high in case of drip irrigation as far as flooding of the field is concerned. When we grow rice, the conventional method of rice cultivation in India is we flood the field. But in case of drip irrigation, we are providing water directly into the roots through the channel of drips or through the pipelines of drips. Also, because of this, there is improvement of plant health as they get only that amount of water which is required for them. The weed growth is less in those fields as we are not flooding the field. Hence, what is happening is through pipelines, we are providing water into the roots. These regions are drier as compared to the irrigated region. Hence, there is no water for weed growth. So, that's why there will be less weed growth. Fertilizer efficiency can also be ensured as far as drip irrigation is concerned because we can provide fertilizer through these drips only. And the process is also known as fertigation when we provide fertilizer through drips. So, fertilizer efficiency also improves as those area only receives the plants only receive fertilizer and not the whole field. Also, this controls soil erosion because the top layer of the soil is conserved and only this much layer, this area only is getting water. As far as disadvantages of drip irrigation are concerned, then high initial cost is there. The setup cost is very high because of the pipes required for drip. The system is complex because the use of tensiometer, that is to ensure timing and amount of water is controlled through devices like tensiometer, and because of this also the system become complex as compared to the flooding of the field. Maintenance cost is high as they are susceptible to damage because excessive heat, bad weather, pests, these can damage these systems, the pipes. Also, there can be clogging in the system if the water has sediments. If the water is not clear, then clogging can be there. So, these are the basic disadvantages of drip irrigation. If we see the question again, then reduction in weed is there and reduction in soil erosion is there as far as drip irrigation is concerned, because soil erosion is more where water is provided incessantly. As far as reduction in soil salinity is concerned, then if we provide drip irrigation in semi-arid regions or arid regions, then because of capillary action of water, which we already saw, salts can be deposited in the top layer, and because of this, there can be salinization of agricultural soils. So this is incorrect. Hence our answer will be C, 1 and 3 only. If we see another question that is related to soil erosion, the problem of soil erosion is associated with which of the following? Number 1, terrace cultivation. Number 2, deforestation. Or number 3, tropical climate. Soil erosion is basically loss of top layer of the soil. It gets eroded because of the action runoff of water, and this can happen either because of human activities or because of natural phenomenon. If we see human activity, then overgrazing, deforestation, shifting cultivation are the primary reason behind soil erosion. Also, along with this, mining activities impacts or causes soil erosion. If we see natural phenomena, then topography, that is, if there is higher gradient or higher slopes in the hilly region, there are more chances of landslides. Or because of excessive rainfall, bad weather like cyclonic storm, there can be soil erosion. So deforestation is definitely one of the cause. As far as terrace cultivation is concerned, terrace cultivation is basically done in hilly areas, and to avoid soil erosion, what we do in terrace cultivation is we do contour bunding. That is, the terrace of the soil or the steps which we have made as far as terrace cultivation is concerned, what we do is we protect these steps through with the help of rocks or soil layer. So this helps in protecting from excessive runoff of water. So terrace cultivation is not the reason for soil erosion. Also, tropical climate is not the reason, because until and unless there is deforestation, only tropical climate cannot be considered as the reason or the problem for soil erosion. So our answer for this question will be B2 only. Thank you.